Chapter 38. The Tunnel Beneath. The rain hit harder as Decima wrapped her cloak tighter around her. The baby moved. Beneath her skin, a flicker of dragon light pulsing in rhythm with her heartbeat. She could feel it. Something was coming for them. Someone. Serenfae's voice still echoed in her mind. Hide where even magic won't find you. She stood at the back of the Colcot arms, the bricks damp and moss-touched. No one was around. No one ever was this late. She whispered the old words under her breath, the ones the witch at the cliffs had whispered days earlier, before vanishing into the wind like she was never there, her palm pressed flat against the lower stone, near the rusted pipe. Click. A hollow sound echoed beneath her boots. The air shifted. Cold, stale, old. The slab gave way. Decima stepped into darkness. The tunnel was narrow, arched with ancient brick. The air stank of salt, ash, and old spells, layers upon layers of memory trapped in stone. The further she walked, the quieter everything became. Her magic dimmed, not gone but muffled, like the tunnel swallowed it. She held her hand over her belly. "I won't let them take you," she whispered. After what felt like forever, the tunnel widened into a circular vault beneath the forgotten church at the bottom of Cemetery Lane. Broken pews, moss-eaten stone, and there, beneath, the altar, an archway carved with runes. No one had touched in centuries. She knew this was the place. Not even the witches' council would sense her here. It was older than them. Hidden from them. Safe, for now. She sat against the wall, lighting a small flame in her hand, just enough to see. Her other hand lay flat on her stomach. "I found us somewhere no one can reach." But behind her, in the dark of the tunnel, a whisper stirred. "Just once. You're not the first." A faint tea scrape echoed behind her. Not a threat, not yet. Decima turned. At the far end of the tunnel stood the witch, the same one she'd seen by the cliffs, the one with the doll. Only now her hood was lowered, and her hair glinted silver in the lantern light. Eyes black as storm glass. She didn't smile. She didn't move. "I told you," the witch said, voice low and thick like smoke. "This land remembers, even when the council does not." Decima didn't answer. Her hand hovered protectively over her belly. Flame coiled just beneath her skin. "I'm not here to take," the woman added. "Not tonight." "Then why are you here?" The witch's gaze shifted past her, toward the dark altar at the tunnel's end. "Because it called to me. Same as it called to you." Decima hesitated. "What is this place?" The witch stepped closer, slow, reverent. Once, this was where they hid the ones they feared. Blood witches, bone binders. The ones with dragonfire in their veins. Decima's breath caught. Her palm tingled. That same burning thread from the monk's dream, still etched in her skin. "They called this place a sanctuary," the witch went on. "But it was a tomb." And then, as if in response to her words, the ground beneath the altar shifted. A low hum built, rising from beneath the stone. Not sound wave, but magic. Old magic. It rattled through the bones of the tunnel. The floor pulsed faintly red, like something beneath was breathing. Decima stepped forward, hand out. The altar cracked open down the center. Beneath it, a spiral of ancient runes, coiled like a sleeping serpent. Glowed in shifting colors. White, then gold, then blood red. Her fingers brushed the outermost rune. A flash! Stone, fire, a throne, half melted, burning in the dark, and a figure seated upon it, faceless, cloaked in smoke, holding a crown made of teeth and broken bone. It looked up. Its gaze pierced through her. Decima gasped, stumbling back. "The key," the witch said softly, "is not how to awaken it." She looked straight at Decima. "It's whether you survive what wakes." Decima swallowed hard. "What is it?" The witch didn't answer. Instead, she turned, fading back into the tunnel's shadows. But before she vanished, she left one final whisper. "Don't trust the ones who built crowns over this place. They buried something they couldn't kill." Then she was gone. And far beneath the old church floor, something opened one eye. Behind her, the silence deepened. Decima turned slowly. Another figure now stood at the edge of the chamber, tall, still, with a faint shimmer burning beneath his collarbone. A star, etched into his skin, glowing with silver-blue light. Her breath caught. She remembered him. From the cliffs. From her dreams. "You," she whispered. He didn't answer at first. Just stepped forward, careful, his boots soundless against the old stone. The star on his throat pulsed once, then again, like it was syncing with her heartbeat. "I wasn't allowed to speak to you before," he said at last. His voice was low and strange, like starlight made sound. But now the seal has weakened. "Who are you?" she asked. "Not your enemy," he replied. "Not yet. I came to show you what they buried." She hesitated, her hand still hovering near her stomach. "Why now?" He looked at her as if the answer hurt. "Because I keep returning to this moment," he admitted softly. "And to you." Decima didn't speak. The man raised his hand, and the walls of the crypt shimmered. Slowly the stone peeled back, not physically, but like a veil lifting. Behind it, an image unfolded. A glimpse of the past, a medieval village flickering in twilight. Thatch roof homes, roaming fires, a wooden path winding down toward a chapel made of dark stone. "This church," he said quietly, "wasn't always called Merthyr Dyfan, but that's the name they gave it when they built over the ashes." "Ashes of what?" "The ones they hunted," he replied. "Witches, seers, those who held dragonfire before the bloodline split." The image shifted. Beneath the village, the same tunnel she now stood in began to form, a red line of escape, stretching from the Colcot Arms, once a smuggler's tavern, to the sanctuary beneath the church. "This route was built to save lives," he said. But in the end it became a grave. The vision faded. They were back in the crypt. "Why are you showing me this?" "Because you're the last to carry the spark," he said, "and the first to carry it unborn." His eyes dropped briefly to her stomach. "Your child will be hunted," he said gently, "by those who fear what it might become. Then help me stop them." The star at his throat flared. "Not yet," he said, "but I will return. When the 5th crown falls and the last fire rises." "I don't know what that means." "You will," he said. "In the next storm." A pause. His voice softened. "I didn't mean to care for you. A beat, but I do." He hesitated, then added, almost like a confession, "I knew another you," he said softly, eyes searching hers. "In a place where everything broke sooner. You chose me there, even if you never meant to." Then he stepped back into the dark, and was gone.